What's going on, guys? Please click the link below in the description box to be entered for the free stud credit giveaway. Once you click that link, you will follow all directions to be entered for the free stud credit giveaway. And once again, and always, thank you for watching. Enjoy.
Like in reality, though, you really gotta be focused with this shit. You gotta be committed to this shit. Like, if anybody trying to stop your happiness, man, or trying to stop your success, man, like, that's dead weight. That's the type of shit you really gotta cut off. Can't nobody stop what you got going on. Oh, God.
Becoming more popular and becoming its own bloodline. That's when the shit kind of changed a lot. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. You had dogs that stood out a lot back in the days. You know what I mean? Like, you had a lot of that West Coast Guideline shit. Yeah. You know, Dax came in the game and changed it a lot. Then Miyagi came in and just shoot the whole shit up in a nutshell. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
But before then, it was mostly, like you said, just razor edge, got it. They had
man, let me tell you something, man. Some of the best shit, and I to this day, like, you don't even hear niggas talk about that Rock and Ruby blood.
Ooh,
I used to love that shit.
I still got that shit.
Rock and Ruby, yeah. I used to love that shit, bro.
Rock and Ruby.
Who got a dog that used to like Earl?
Errol, yeah. Hard body. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
come on.
So with the Rock and Ruby blood, right?
Yeah.
What make you let me hop in the camera, man. Because I'm recording. So the Rock and Ruby blood? What's so special about that? Because I got it, but when I got it from Xavier with Flash. Yeah. And I'm still, you know, I only been in 6 years, so I'm still learning.
Flash came from us.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
So what make that blood? And I didn't look back at it, looked at it, did research on. You know, I'm a research some shit. So what make Rock and Ruby blood like special to you?
Man, just the way that shit throwed, man. You know what I mean? It dogs was ripped up, muscles on them, small, big heads, bone. Like, it was kind of finna get to the exotic before exotic got the exotic. You know what I mean? Like, it was, the shit was really special, man. That Monster G that was in the back end of that Rock and Ruby shit, man, is what really made it click. And like I said, man, you don't hear a lot of people talk about the old school bloods and shit like that, man. But I fuck with the Rock and Ruby blood. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers don't know a lot of shit about the throwing knuckle shit and fucking, you know, like
throwing knuckles.
The Remy blood and shit like that, man. Like, you know, back then, man, niggas got down categorized their dogs in basically in two areas. It was basically you had some razor edge dogs or you had some guideline dogs. You know what I mean? And like I said, over the years, you know, certain dogs became special and it kind of had its own bloodline, like via Dax, you know, Miyagi, shit like that. You know, the guy from the Paco blood, you know what I mean? You know, West Coast Guideline, like all that shit, man. It's, you know, and what folks fail to realize is that you can't have the new shit without the old shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that new shit that you talking about come from the old shit. Like, all this new shit, all this the Bull Sachi and all that shit right there. That's Dream Team blood. That's all that is. You know what I mean? All the what's the dog name out now? That they go crazy about
you on the West Coast?
That all that devil spit and all that shit right there. That's Dax blood. That's Dax line shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people just it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? But
the guideline was most on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, it was. It was.
So the razor edge was it more this way? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
East Coast, South.
East Coast, yeah. You know, like a lot of folk went to. So back in the day, you know what I mean, people kind of frown on the guideline shit because the dogs were a lot longer. They had a lot more length to their body, but they had the bigger heads, the bigger mass, the bigger bone, the more kind of the bulldog look that came into play. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But, you know, the East Coast, man, it stayed razor edge for a lot of years, man. And me and the team, man, shout out to Yante, Joe, Carlos, you know, all my guys, they all-stars, man. We jumped out there, man, when a lot of people went. You know what I'm saying? We jumped out there, man, and we was like, we fucking with this guideline shit, man. And we got frowned on a lot, man, but in the end, it worked out for us. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we had actually one of the first breedings off of Dex, man. We had a male and a female, man, fish scale, man, who put in a lot of work for us that, you know what I mean, his blood's still around, man. One of my kennel partners, he's still running it heavy. He was off Dex bred to a Warren Gotti daughter. You know what I mean? The father of Gotti line, man. And we jumped out there like that, man, and we ran with it. And that's what we've been doing, man. You know, believe it or not, man, All Stars is in the back of a lot of people's pedigree in Georgia, man. And, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It's okay. So, but y'all was doing Razor Edge at first.
We was doing Razor Edge,
you
man.
Switched over to the Gotti line.
We switched over. We started putting it together, man. We started putting that Razor Edge and that Gotti line together, man, and improve it to be a great combination at that time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit wasn't overdone. It was done correctly, man, and we just kind of transformed from that part.
Okay. So that pretty much just transitioned to the next topic that I was gonna talk about. And I had it on the notes. It was what blood like did All Stars, like what took All Stars to the next level when it came to the blood? What blood was it that took it to the next level? Or you could see a significant difference between what y'all was producing to like, oh nah, we on to something now. Was it a certain blood?
So when we jumped in and we grabbed the kryptonite blood, which is Dream Team blood. When we grabbed that kryptonite blood, man, it actually kind of changed our whole program to a whole nother level, man, for us. The body and the bones and the quality of pups that we started producing, man. And like I said, we were still running some old stuff to it, you know what I mean? We did a lot of experiments with it, you know what I mean? And like we talked about in a video earlier, you know what I mean? We kept the shit that was breeding stock and the stuff that wasn't pet home quality, you know, it was pet home quality stuff. We pet home, you know what I mean? You know, just we did that and we kept what we needed to keep and we started from there, man. You know, started from there. But yeah, man, that kryptonite blood, then that Dex combination with that, and man, it kind of took us over the top at that time. Yeah.
Okay. So while y'all was doing kryptonite blood, because kryptonite that's considered Gotti line, or
it's Gotti line. Okay. So it's Dream Team blood, man. It's, you know what I mean, it was kind of bulldoggy, you know what I mean, at the time. That's what we wanted, you know, like the K9 Supreme shit and all that. Okay. That's where we was kind of going when a lot of people here were staying show quality, you know, the real deal Razor Edge stuff, you know, like the Paco and the Rocket Rubin thing. Like I said, man, I love that Rocket Rubin blood to this day. But we started putting that shit together like that, man, and it worked out for us, man. You know, the Marcelo shit and stuff like that. Like, you'll never hear, like, the new breeders talk about these dogs because they don't even know who they are.
Yeah. Some of them don't even know who Bape is. That just show you how, you know, what Bape, like, what Paintball, I think Buddy just posted, he's 7 years old. So that means Bape got to be able to 8 or 9. You know, so you hear some new breeders that don't even know who Bape is.
Don't even have a clue, man.
And I can't knock them because I'm sitting here saying, what is throwing knuckles? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff I don't know. So it's hard for me to knock them because you don't have these conversations and a lot of them don't have them OGs to talk to or whatever you want to call them, mentors, OGs, whatever. You know what I mean? That's been in the game for so long that you could just soak up the knowledge. Because there's only so much research so much YouTube you can look at. So much, you know, there's only so much of that you can look up, read, or whatever, until you just got to go and talk to somebody that was there. You talk to somebody that was there, it's a whole difference from you looking at it on a video and just trying to figure out what was what back then.
So I'm going to say this to all the YouTube viewers out there, and y'all do exotic dogs. To me, the very first exotic dog ever was Freak Show. Go up and look up Freak Show.
That's kryptonite blood?
When you see the picture of Freak Show, it's West Coast Gotti line blood. But you go and look up Freak Show, and you see this dog, man. This dog was he was in an era of his own, man. Like that was the beginning of the exotic shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, Dax came in, he started doing this thing. Miyagi came and just took over. Like, you know what I mean? Best producing dog in the history of bullets to me is Miyagi. You know what I mean? Because Miyagi was one of those dogs that was tested, and he was tested to the point where to either his blood or any Gotti line blood, either into Edge blood, you got his look. Like I've had a 2-time Miyagi male that was Miyagi bred to, you know what I mean, back to one of his daughters, which was a razor edge on the bottom.
Okay.
Dog look just like Miyagi, you know what I mean? So the blood is, shout out to them boys, warn them out there, you know. For sure.
Freak show. He was like he like lilac looking or
he was like a funnish, like a gold.
Yeah, I think I know you're talking crazy spread too.
Crazy
right?
spread, crazy head on
it.
You know what I mean? So to me, that was like the very first exotic dog ever. You know what I mean?
And that was because of just how he looked. Like, his muzzle wasn't smashed though, was it?
Yeah, the short blocky muzzle. All that. Yeah, all that.
Yeah, you don't even hear his name like that.
You don't hear his name like that, man. But the dog was a special dog, man. Very special dog, man.
Okay. And you say, in your opinion, Miyagi is the best throwing dog that you've seen thus far.
In the history of the bullies up until this point right now, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people gonna disagree with me or whatever, but you know, if you look at a dog and you look at what he's produced, he has thrown himself more than any other dog ever. Like most time when you look at some shit, you can be like, oh, that's a Miyagi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially when it was directly off of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, that's Miyagi shit. That's Miyagi shit. That's Miyagi shit.
Them eyes.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? One of the first dog, actually the first dog with the quote unquote elbows that everybody be chasing now. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was the first dog with the knots that everybody chasing, the elbow, the little knots. That's a Miyagi signature.
Huh.
Yeah, like,
I never thought of it.
Yeah, see all the other dogs, you know, they was spread. It was bold, but it wasn't that knot that set on that arm like that. You know what I mean?
Because a huge difference between spread and bows, and I don't think a lot of people
of course,
don't really know the difference between like spread and bows.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean? Yeah.
So, damn, okay.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Because your dog can have great spread but not be bold. You know what I mean? So you know, but.
What would you prefer if you had to choose between the two? Which would you prefer? Well,
me, you know what I mean? I'm big on the exotic dogs. You know what I mean? I don't want to overdone, but yeah, I've gotten rid of quality males that great pedigrees, you know what I mean? Beautiful dogs, but if they weren't bold in the front, I didn't want it.
They didn't have the bows, or they didn't have
bows.
Bows. Okay, they got had or not.
Nah, I'm talking about they can have a good spread. Like the spread could be good. Like it could be quality, you know, great chest spread, you know, drop on it, you know, legs not close together, you know what I mean? But I just prefer a bow on my stud.
Okay. Gotta have some type of bow on there.
On my studs, yeah.
Okay. Female, not necessarily.
Not necessarily on my female. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's cool. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily have to have that on the female. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video because we really just started talking.
Just chopping it up.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna put it on there. I say as far as like what y'all started with, you pretty much answered that question. Well, go ahead.
I want to give the concept as a transition when we were using guidelines. And a lot of people was in the show ring, clean the dog.
Yep.
A lot of people was hating. But it blew up so fast that those people started transitioning. Jumping on the bandwagon.
They did.
I said, why is that?
Well, you know what I mean? Why is anything when people follow trends, you know what I mean? Trends, you know what I mean, make people switch over. Not only that, you know what I mean, money. You know what I mean? When people start seeing that you're making more money off this dog and this style of dog, of course they're gonna gravitate to that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, what else, you know, like I tell a lot of people, it's an expensive hobby, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people get in this game thinking that they're gonna make money. You know what I mean? Because, you know, for one, you're dealing with something that's living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard work. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do, man. So, you know, big ups to the people that's, you know, thrived and succeeded in this business, and, you know.
I remember a lot of people turning their nose down. Man, you go to a show there, look at the dog like really bashing, and you know the hype, big bang.
Yeah, we had that, man.
And that was the guideline you talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, man.
Okay, so if y'all can't hear them because we got the mics on, they may be able to hear you. But if they can't hear you, basically just asking like you said, why did people just kind of change up from like razor edge to guideline, and how people used to look at them crazy in the ring? Okay.
See, like a lot of folk don't know, man. Back in the day, man, the show was like people still go to the show, man, and it's crazy how you see shit where niggas fighting at shows and beefing about dogs and shit like that, man. Yeah. It was all fun. See, back in the day, man, see, a lot of people don't know, man, the Nationals. The Nationals, like, we was at the Nationals every fucking year, man, and the shit was like, it was a party, man, you know what I mean? And now the shit just, people take this shit so personal, man.
What was the Nationals held at?
They used to have different places.
Oh, okay, okay. It just wasn't on one particular spot.
Yeah, they used to have different places. Yeah, but it was love, man.
So when they was doing the Nationals, because that's when people was trying to champ out dogs or whatever. So you was basically going to the best of the best was there.
Yeah. Okay. Best of the best was there, man. Okay. You know, people got in that ring and they showed their dogs, man, and they got points and this, that, and the third. And I used to be into the show thing. I wanted to get in the ring like that, and I learned that it was politics. You know what I mean? So,
as usual.
You know what I mean? But to me though, because I've seen some hard ass dogs in the ring, man. But at the end of the day, if you breeding dogs, as hard as that dog is, if he's not producing, all those ribbons mean nothing to me.
I kind of go back to what we just talked about in the other video. I'd be a producer, so he can have all them ribbons,
trophies, all that,
not be a producer. And I'm pretty sure there's a few of them out there.
That's a lot of them.
We won't name no name because that ain't what we're here to do, but I'm pretty sure there's a few of them out there. Okay, all right. Well, you guys know what it is. You want it, I got it. I don't, I get it. Get why getting is good. I remember times of great inventory. Sign off. 856.